Fellas, the reason why your ex comes back, it's not because you played that no contact bullshit. I know you're on YouTube typing in, oh, how to play no contact. Bro, your ex comes back because every other guy sees her for what she's worth. They see her true colors, and no man wants to wife her up. That's why she's coming back to you. Mr. Dependable, Mr. Pendejo, Mr. Comfort. That's you, bro. I have no respect for any man that takes his ex-girlfriend back. Anytime a good woman has left my life in the past, she was already wifed up, bro. The only women that ever came back in my life and who are still fucking single are the toxic women of the past. And I know people are gonna say, oh, if they were a good woman, how come you lost them? Because shit happens in life. Shit breaks apart. That's why. Not everyone lives a perfect fucking life like you guys do, so you can hate on me all you want, but I learned very quickly, if she comes back, that's because no one wanted her. She's for the streets, bro.
Hey, listen, yeah, pretty much. I really don't have any issue with anything this guy is saying. It's pretty on point. There's no reason to take him back. And we've discussed this on this channel before. Guys, if you do take her back, number one, it has to be an amicable and respectful split. Meaning that you only split because of, maybe circumstances beyond your control, but you still kind of liked each other and had a certain type of respect for each other. Now, if you do take her back, she cannot come back in the same capacity. So if she made it to long-term girlfriend status, if she comes back, she can only be recreational status at this point. And you got to be careful not to catch feelings to fall back into the nonsense again, because a lot of you dudes, let's face it, especially when you get in something that's familiar, you start to get that feeling and you start to catch feelings, and then it's a whole issue. But I don't suggest that you get back with any female, because there's a reason why y'all left in the first place. So unless y'all just trying to do some recreational activities because it's familiar, that's the only reason why. Now, another thing I'll say, too, is people are going to look at you and say that you lost the girl. Remember, a man with a masculine identity doesn't lose women. Women lose him. You understand? A man with a masculine identity is like the mountains and women are like the clouds. If they're strong enough, then they'll stay in the realm of the mountain. If they are weak, they'll be evaporated by the sun, and that'll be it. But guess what? The mountain stays right there. You see what I'm saying? So a man never loses a woman. A woman loses the man. You see, people in society, they love to act like women are the prize and all this other stuff. No, they're not. Like, if we understand what it is, if we understand what the universe and nature and God, whatever you subscribe to, if we understand what those things have put into place, if we truly understand what has been put into place, we understand that men are the natural leaders. We understand that we are the foundation. You understand? We are the boundary. We are the logic and order for a woman to secure herself in so she can actually rest in her feminine. You understand? So women lose us. We don't lose them. But again, this is only for men who truly understand their value, who truly understand their position, who truly understand what a masculine identity truly is. It's only for men that really understand that. So we don't ever take them back. You understand? We don't ever take them back. Another thing we need to realize, guys, is that, listen, with every relationship comes experience and more knowledge of self, right? Because every time you go through a different experience, especially something as personal as dealing with a woman and being in a relationship, especially those experiences that are longer term, right? We learn a lot about ourselves as men. So there's a lot of knowledge of self that comes with those experiences. And what we must understand is those experiences give us more knowledge of self and ultimately more wisdom to fuel the standards of our masculine identity. You understand? So we learn more about ourselves so we can understand more about our masculine identity and understand the standards that we require. Right. For example, you get with a chick and initially, because you're young, it's like, oh, yeah, she's a baddie. I'm going to get with this and I'm going to make it last as long as I possibly can. But as you continue to go through, like, you realize, OK, she's cute and the sex is good. But her mouth, though, I can't take her mouth. Like, she just out of pocket. She just be going off at the mouth. She'd be real disrespectful, really obnoxious. And I really don't like the way she represents me, even though we're in this relationship. So that's when you start to realize, OK, I could deal with a woman that I'm attracted to. I could deal with a woman where the sex is good, but I've learned that a woman with a slick mouth is not for me. You understand? I need a woman who's a little bit more feminine. I need a woman who's a little bit more quiet. I need a woman who looks to me as her leader instead of trying to take up so much of the spotlight on her own, even though we're standing there together. You understand? And these are things that you learn about your masculine identity. So we have to understand that this is why you don't have to ever take any woman back, because the experiences that you go through literally make you a better man. You understand? And because you are now a better man, now it's time for you to move on to a new experience so you can continue to add to the library of your masculine identity. You get what I'm saying? You don't need to go back and check out a book that you checked out before out of the library. You see what I'm saying? You already read and mastered that book, so you don't need it anymore. You understand? Now, if you want to go back through and reread a book for recreational purposes, like I said, there's no problem with that. But we're not going to be checking out that book that we've already read long term. You understand? We're going to take it out, skim through the pages just to get a refresh, and then we're going to put that book right back. You see what I'm saying? I hope you guys are following the analogy. OK, so again, we appreciate the experiences because the past relationships and the experiences that comes with past relationships allow us to learn more about ourselves as men, therefore adding to the library of our masculine identity. But we don't ever need to go back. We can go back if we want to for recreational purposes, but we don't ever need to go back. So be very, very careful. And the dude in the video also made a good point, is that a lot of the chicks who try to come back, the only reason why they really try to come back is because in a lot of cases, they are learning from their mistakes. You understand? They realize how good they had it in comparison to what they're going through now. So they try to come back. And that's the type of woman that you don't need, because the truth is that she never recognized your value from the beginning, because if she did, she would have held on as tightly as she could. And she would more than likely still be with you to this day. But she left thinking that she could find something else. She left leaning on her own understanding, not realizing that she was supposed to look to you for understanding. You understand? She was supposed to look to you for leadership, right? So mentally and psychologically, it is a detriment to you if you allow someone back into your life who showed you that they did not believe in your leadership, so much so that they were willing to abandon ship. Do you understand? That is not someone that you want back into your ranks. That is someone that cannot be trusted, because we are forging ahead. We are forging ahead for the journey. We have goals. We have a purpose, and we can't allow anybody on the team who doesn't truly believe in the purpose. We can't allow anybody on the team who would stage a mutiny. We can't allow anybody back on the team who have shown themselves to have abandoned ship. So it's very important that we understand what we're seeing. It is very important that you understand the critical nature of an ex-woman trying to come back in your life, and how you have to be sure of yourself and know exactly how to handle it. Because like I said, there's only a few of us who can truly allow them back in for recreational purpose. You understand? A lot of guys allow women back in. It starts out as recreation, but then they fall back into that familiar routine. Then on top of that, they start to catch familiar feelings. And that's when you put yourself in danger. You understand? So be very careful with letting them back in for recreation, because that could lead to other things if you're not careful. All right. So it's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Hope you got something from this video. Hope you're having a great day. Be good to yourself. Be grateful. And remember, the truth is inside you. Peace.